Hi, this is Arturo, and this is a quick video of how I made fan art of Rogue in the Savage Land. The images you see here are the references I gathered to guide my inspiration of what piece I wanted to make for textures, patterns, design, language in general. I made a few thumbnails, as you can see, of my take on it. Some were more complex than others. So I tried to find something in the middle for this particular design. This is, like I said, Rogue in the Savage Land. I'm not big on comic books. I don't really read them, but I like the X-Men characters from the 90s cartoon and X-Men 97 and all those more recent takes on the characters. And because I don't really keep up with what's going on the comics with these folks. But this particular take on the character of Rogue is very popular. I mean, you see it all the time in statues or fan art from established comic book artists. So I wanted to do something a bit different. I'm very inspired by the statues from Sideshow Collectibles, and sometimes, obviously, they have their classic takes on the characters, and they also add a little bit more. You know, they get the artists. I mean, like there's an image there of Batgirl. That was, I don't remember who designed it, but the sculptor was Daniel Bell, and it's beautiful. You know, I love that statue. It's amazing, and obviously it's a very particular take on Batgirl. So I was thinking about this character. I mean, Rogue. I like Rogue, and it's Rogue in the Savage Land, and from what I gathered from videos that I looked up online, she's stuck there with Magneto, and for some reason she's lost her powers. Apparently, I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, please. I'm sure I am. But I kept thinking about how can I make her more. Not so much Rogue in the Savage Land, but okay, yeah, you have that, but how do I make her more like Savage Rogue? I mean, there's a take on Savage Wolverine, but how would this environment affect her psychology, her emotions, everything? And what would she have to do to survive if Magneto or Kazar or his family or whoever are not there? You know, what would she have to do to fit in, to protect herself, to be more threatening to the creatures on this particular place? I mean, thinking of it as Skull Island or a particular island. I think this is in Antarctica or something. I don't know. I looked it up. It's a little weird. But anyways, the Beyonders and I don't know, some alien reservoir or something. I don't know. It's weird. Anyways, so I mean, because if you think about it, she's in like this prehistoric land, and everything wants to kill you, essentially, right? The flora, the fauna, the plants, the creatures, the air, the water. I mean, everything is out to get you. Okay. So what would she have to do? Okay, so I'm thinking, all right, she killed a dinosaur, a threatening-looking dinosaur, that she makes her clothes off, looking like a cave woman, a savage woman, you know. What would she do? Get a spear, X motifs here and there throughout the design. And she would also add like dirt, mud, and stuff like that, because you have to watch out for the mosquitoes, for the smell that you emit, for um, the camouflage that you need to employ to hide, and you know, like I said, giving it something a little extra rather than just having Rogue in a bikini with a spear in the jungle, which is basically, I mean, mind you, there's nothing wrong about that at all, but I wanted something a little different. I mean, let's do a different take on this particular thing. Okay, so yeah, go. Like there are different check boxes that you have to tick off, right? Is she good looking? Yeah, definitely. Okay, is she in the jungle? Yeah, sure. And the physical attributes, right? The red hair or the big hair with the white spot. I don't know what that whole thing is about. It's a mole, like one of those hair moles. And even in the thumbnail stage, I wanted to try something different. I mean, I wanted to show her covered in blood. I mean, like she just killed that animal that was going to kill her. She's struggling. She's doing everything she can to survive. So it's gonna get messy. It's gonna get bloody and it's gonna get violent and sad. But it's survival of the fittest. Okay. And as I was adding the colors and thinking about the patterns that I was going to give her, trying to keep a cohesive color palette, the yellows, the greens, and black, right? That's what I'm working with. And so I was thinking of giving the skin texture, like the animal skin, those patterns, those particular colors and the scales, and that's why I found like reptile patterns. I think it was a Komodo dragon. I mean, those guys are pretty poisonous, so it has to be those big, colorful patterns, yellow, black, red. Sometimes that's how other animals tell other creatures that watch out, I'm poisonous, right? And giving it the feathers, because people keep discovering new things about dinosaurs and what would they really look like, and it's like they're all covered in feathers and strange patterns. I mean, we don't really know what the reality was, but we can go like, oh, okay, all right, I can see that. And like you saw in the references, I found images of wild women, and their design. I mean, it's still pretty. Like I said, it's checking those boxes. It's sexy. Yes, it is. I mean, does she look wild? Does she look covered in dinosaur bones or mammoth bones or things like that? Does she have a spear? Does she have all sorts of weapons? How does she decorate herself with tribal patterns and her hair? It's. I mean, she's still a girl at the end of the day. I mean, she wants to look good, survive and look good. Adding a bit of the shading and highlights here and there. People start talking about the casting for the upcoming movies for the X-Men from Marvel Studios, and you just gotta hope that they get a good actor, but in my opinion, if they stick with the particular look of most of them, because it sometimes goes in a weird direction. But if the character's right, I think it can work. The personality, right? Adding the last few details. This is the image, the final image. I'm very happy with how this came out. It was fun. It took a long time. I mean, it took longer than I expected, but I'm happy with the result. Here are more videos like this. Click on the logo to subscribe. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.